We're not in the construction world, we're educators. And so when you seek out these partners, whether it be an architect or a construction manager like BHS, you really want to know that somebody's going to take care of you. I'm Cliff Williams, and I'm the superintendent of schools for USD 378, Riley County Schools. We chose to go with the construction manager at risk process because one of our former board members works in the construction field, and he felt like it was going to be a good match for us. As part of our research with the CMAO process, we did an interview process and brought in several different companies, and the group as a whole just felt like through the interview process and then our research and reference checks that BHS really was just a match for us. They seemed to fit our climate within the school district, and they also had some locals that work for us, so we knew them. We've kind of had that relationship already built, so it felt like it was just a natural fit for us.
BHS was actually part of this project long before the bond was approved. So in the pre-construction process, there were a number of items that the building committee had put on a list of what's this worth and how do we fit it into the project. BHS took that list, we put a value to all those ideas at the idea level, and we presented it to the board and allowed them to choose what was more important to them based on what they could afford. And then we had items left over that we considered that we would do if we had the money at the end of the project.
Before the bond was passed, we created pamphlets and information and handed those out at several meetings and got the community to stand behind this project. We would meet once a month with the school board. We would talk about budgets and progress and an overall overview of the project.
What's most important about a project like this is safety. I mean, we were working while kids were in school. We shared their playground, and so we had a temporary fence, and so just making sure the kids are safe. Safety is one of my top priorities. I want to make sure all my guys are safe. Everybody goes home at the end of the day, but then thinking of the kids, everything worked out and safety was great.
Package D came out in March of 21, and it was a summer renovation at the high school. And the goal with it was to touch every room at the high school to make sure that every room got bond improvement. We ended up doing a full roof replacement and HVAC replacement at the high school.
BHS was also involved in the track for the new high school. We oversaw some of the subs and made sure that project went smooth and was a good product.
At the very end, summer of 20, we started to do the additions of the grade school, which were the gymnasium and the storm shelter and classroom additions.
We tried to touch almost every room in the school, whether it was ceilings, paint, floor, and added a daycare and preschool in the old 1929 building.
The biggest challenge, honestly, was the complexity and, again, the schedule. We had a tremendous amount of work to get done in a very short time frame. We had probably 90 to 95 subcontractors and different suppliers on site, which roughly equates to about 700 workers that were on this job specifically. Through the peak time, we had probably 100 to 136 a day at the peak time last summer, trying to get all of the work completed on time.
If you think about all that's done at the school in less than 2 years, starting with pre-construction through a project being finished, it's pretty impressive, everything that this team was able to accomplish.
378, the owners, the design team, Anderson Knight, BHS crews, and everybody that worked on the job. Everybody came together and pushed forward to make this project complete.
To be part of a project like this with a community that's so close to home and so local, it's exciting because you know people. You know people whose kids go to school here, and you can see how it affects their day-to-day life to have a better facility. And that's really special. That's why we do what we do.
If we had to rank BHS on a scale of 1 to 10, I think we'd probably give them an 11. We just sincerely mean that, and we've already had conversations with other school districts that they were just really good, knowledgeable people. They cared about the process. We felt like they owned our process, always eager to answer any questions, help in any other way, make suggestions, and in the end, we know that we were able to do more projects because of their expertise and their knowledge and explaining to us how to fix things differently that could help in the long run, and it did.